Genie, I imagine you've got a sense of what Petra Kvitova did right during that match to win. I wonder whether you've got a sense of what you did wrong that contributed to the loss.
Well, I first of all have to give full credit to my opponent. I think she played, unbelievable and didn't give me many opportunities, to stay in the rally or, do what I do. So, I think she's been playing well all tournament and was really going for it today.
It's possible that, and it's really hard to look at it from this standpoint at your age, but part of the growing pains of becoming a champ, it's really hard for a lot of people, at a younger age. Do you see it at all that way, or is it too soon? Or
I think it's a tough road to try to become, as good as I want to be no matter what. So I'm not going to win every single time. I think this was a good experience for me, my first slam final. So I'm going to learn a lot from this match and hopefully use it to get much better.
Bonsoir Eugenie, une réponse en français s'il vous plaît pour Radio-Canada.
Could we do the French later? We'll start with English and then we'll come to French. Thank you. At the back?
Yes, Eugenie, about your level of play, how did you feel to play? She played obviously a very great match, but about you, how did you analyze your game?
I felt like I started well and was in there, but I didn't feel like I was able to play my game. She really took the chances away from me and was really putting a lot of pressure on me. So, I didn't have that many opportunities. But sometimes your opponent just plays better than you, and that's what happened today.
You've spoken a lot about what you would do when this was all over, how you'd reflect on this. What are you going to do now? What's next in the next few days? How do you come down from this?
I will take a little bit of time off, much deserved, I think. I've been playing a lot of tennis in the past few months, and at a really high level. So I'm gonna take some time off for the mind and body, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna hit the practice course again and be really excited about the second half of the year.
Genie, you said you learned some lessons out of this. Any particular lessons do you think at this stage that you will pick up on?
Well, it was a big moment walking out onto center court for a final. So, I have that experience now. I know what it feels like, and I hope I can walk out to many more finals. That's the goal. But I'm gonna go back, work on my game, try to get better because you always need to get better.
How would you describe your hunger to win a major?
I am very motivated to win a Grand Slam. It's been a lifelong dream of mine, and I feel like I've taken steps in the right direction to achieve that. This year I've been close in every slam, so I'm just going to keep going.
You said yesterday that you would like to have the princess you're named after in the royal box, so she was there today. Have you talked to her, and how was it to see her there?
I know, that was crazy. I did see her in the box, so I'm very happy that she came out. Disappointed I couldn't put on a better show for her, but I'd love to meet her, of course. It's the only person I'm named after, so she's the only one in the world.
Did she say anything to you too?
I haven't seen her, no. If she's still here, hopefully I'll get a chance to meet her. I don't know.
Genie, even when it was over, there were people standing in the rain on Henman Hill shouting, "We still love you, Genie." These are Brits who seem to have adopted you. What's it been like to suddenly be aware that, so many nations seem to have adopted you? Do you take that in, or do you just block it all out?
No, I appreciate it for sure. I mean, even on court today, I felt, some special support from the crowd, and I feel like, it's humbling to receive all this support. And I just hope I can put on a good show for them and make my supporters proud. But it's really special to hear that people want me to do well and believe in me.
Hey Genie, before this you've had some big moments. The junior final, three huge semis. But it said walking out on center court for the final is a whole different thing. You just referred to it. What was the experience like, and what went through your head?
It was very special. It was different. We were holding flowers instead of our tennis bags, and the applause was really loud when we walked out. That's the main thing that registered in my mind, and I just felt so grateful to be able to walk out on a stage and, you know, have a chance to perform and do what I love. And, you know, I hope to experience that feeling many more times.
In any way, did you feel overwhelmed by the moment or not?
I don't think I felt overwhelmed. As soon as we started hitting and the match started, you know, I felt a bit more in my element. You know, I felt, okay, you know, the match, it's just a match that's starting, and, you know, I'll try to do my best. You know, things didn't go my way, but, you know, I enjoyed being on the court today.
Eugenie, can you recall a time when an opponent played this well against you?
I don't know if I can think of like a specific match, but, you know, for sure she was on, and she has weapons, and we know that, you know, when she's on, she's very tough to beat, and especially, you know, on the surface, she's been in the final before, all these things. You know, I just have to give her credit, and you know, she deserved to win today.
Genie, you said on the court when you were talking to the crowd that you don't really deserve their love. How do you think you're going to react to this in the next weeks? Are you going to be too hard on yourself, or do you think you're going to be able to take the positives and stuff?
I'm always hard on myself, maybe a bit too much, but that's what motivates me to do better. You know, I never want to be satisfied. So, of course, I'm disappointed with the loss today, but I will, you know, realize how far I've come this year already, and, you know, appreciate the hard work I've put in, and, you know, really believe that I can be at the top level of the game, and that will give me motivation. So, you know, I think I'll look back and I'll be okay.
Genie, can you give us an idea of what you did during that very brief break when the roof was closing in between the end of the match and having to come out for the presentation?
Yeah, it was a little odd. I sat down, I put my jacket on, just reflected. I was in the engraver's room, so I was watching them work and wishing one day, dreaming that he'll write my name somewhere.
Very composed during your performances on the court and off the court. You've been very composed during your time here, even after the result today. But as that match slipped away from you, and at the end, that must have been pretty gut-wrenching, wasn't it?
It was disappointing. I'm never satisfied to lose. I always expect myself to do well. But, you know, if I try my best and, you know, try to make things work, even if my game is not feeling great on court, that's all I can do. And, you know, my opponent played better than me today.
Eugenie, you mentioned taking time off today, maybe for the rest of the day and maybe for the next couple of days.
Yes, the rest of the day I'm taking off.
Is there anything specific that you're going to do? Will you go out with family, go for a meal, or?
I'll, you know, kind of catch up with my family and my team, and I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to go, you know, back to Montreal and rest a little bit. It's been a while since I've been back home. But for now, yeah, just not going to think about a racket for a few days at least, maybe a week. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, in retrospect, do you think you could have done anything different during the match to turn the tide? Of course, Kvitova played out of her mind, but could you have done anything different?
I feel like a few times, you know, when she was a bit off balance and I had a few chances, I was a bit hesitant, and I think, you know, the first set I started okay, but the second set I was a bit hesitant sometimes, so maybe I would just try to go for those a little bit more, but, you know, I didn't have many answers on the court today. I think that's the bottom line.
Nick is one of the best coaches in the game. Have you spoken to him, and what did he say to you?
Of course, I've spoken to him. Yeah, he said he was very proud of me, and, you know, even of today, and of course the whole tournament, and, you know, that I'll watch the tape and we'll learn and, you know, work and try to get better. But, you know, we're going to take a minute and look back and, you know, realize that we've done a lot this year and appreciate that. And then when it's time to get back to work, we'll do that.
Was there a moment when you, like a turning point to the match, a moment when you felt that that's it, I'm not getting back into this, it's been decided?
I never think that's it. You know, tennis is not a timed sport. You can always come back no matter what. But, you know, it was hard for me to you know, feel like I had, you know, my game going for me. It really, you know, was one of those days. But like I said, all credit to her because she definitely put the pressure on me and took away my chances. But, you know, I was still trying no matter what the score was.
At the back of it's in English?
Yes, Genie, what do you think the reaction will be like when you get back home to Montreal? I guess first for just getting back from here, and then also playing in that tournament pretty soon coming up. It's going to be a lot different profile than you had 12 months ago there.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm just, you know, excited to spend a little time off, you know, with my family back home. I'm going to spend a lot of time on my couch. That's the first goal. Besides that, yeah, I mean, also the tournament is only in Montreal once every 2 years, so the last time I played, I just came off winning the juniors here, which was, you know, good for me at the time, but of course, you know, should be very exciting. I don't get to play often in front of my home crowd, so, you know, I hope people will want to come out and watch.
Yeah.
Justement, vous parlez de...
No. Doing English at the moment, we'll come to French.
So don't give me...
Eugenie, you had said that winning that junior title was the best moment of your career. At this point, as you kind of sit here and a finalist at Wimbledon and making this run, does this surpass that, or still being a champion is number one?
That's a tough question, but I still think my junior title was better than this. I think it's, yeah, you know, winning a tournament without losing a match is always something special. That was a big moment for me. I appreciate what I've done these past few weeks, though, and, you know, I'm definitely proud of myself for these past 2 weeks and this whole year. So I think it comes close. I don't know if I can pinpoint one exactly, but, you know, I like Wimbledon.
Genie, do you have any kind of comfort food or drink that you've maybe denied yourself during Wimbledon that you can now kick back and treat yourself to now it's all over?
Yeah, for sure. Comfort food is the best. I don't even know. I've been eating well recently, so I don't even want bad food anymore. You know, when you change your lifestyle and it's like you don't even crave sugar anymore. I don't know. I'll definitely have dessert tonight. I haven't had dessert in a while, so I'll have some brownie or something tonight.
You're going to be at top 10 next week. Does it mean much to you, or it's just a number?
It means something to me. It's definitely been one of my goals. As when I made top 20 in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, the next step is top 10. So, you know, I'm happy to accomplish that. But there's still a lot more to do. I still have a long road ahead of me to improve as a tennis player, and you know, if I do that well, hopefully the number will, you know, go up and the results will still come.
Your sisters posted a picture online saying they were going to make an emergency trip to London. Did they make it, and what was it like having your family here?
I haven't seen them, but I think they're here, and I've had most of the family here already, and you know, I hope they've enjoyed their Wimbledon. You know, I don't know how much they've enjoyed watching me. Sometimes it's stressful, but I think it's been a good 2 weeks. It's always nice to have people, you know, your family who you've grown up with to be with you, so it's definitely special at big moments like this.
So was there a wow factor at all? Like, what just happened? The confidence was there, and then all of a sudden, boom. Was there any of that to you at all? Did you feel that after the match?
No, you know, I definitely got outplayed, and that's how I felt after the match. But, you know, I'm still holding my head up. You know, I feel like I've come a long way, and I'm proud of what I've achieved, not only this week, but this year as well. So, you know, I think, you know, life is good, you know, and I'm just going to keep working.